Hi, my name is Kelly Amos and I am a health coach. And today for your tiny health tip, I'm going to talk to you about burnout. Last week I posted on Facebook, a question, or maybe it was week before last, I was out of town for a week. How do you deal with burnout? And it was very interesting, some of the responses that I got, and very encouraging, and then some others that just, hi Kathy, just are really interested in hearing some of the responses. When it comes to burnout, we're going to be dealing with burnout all of our lives, whether it's with work or the way that you're eating like the same old foods all the time. Maybe it's your exercise or your training. Maybe it's a relationship. And so really with any of those things, I've got three questions basically that you can ask yourself. And then I'm going to hit each one of those to maybe give you some ideas on how to deal with it. So depending on what you're dealing with as far as burnout, or anticipating that burnout is in your future. It just is in your future. It's in all of our futures. So the first thing is to ask yourself, what are your goals? I mean, as far as why you're doing, what are you burned out on, and how does it fit in with your goals? So why are you doing it? Does it matter to your goals? How is it connected to your why for whatever it is? And also, what can you change? Maybe there are some things that you can change, and so really just kind of evaluating, and whether it's you're just changing the order, or maybe when you go into work, or maybe moving your furniture around, just some little things that you could do to change your environment and to add something new or change the whole situation. What can you change? And then the last question with anything is really, what is your alternative? I mean, do you have an alternative? Is there something else you could be doing instead? Do you have to be doing this? So asking yourself those three questions. So when it comes to work, again, what can you change? Do you have to have that job? Could you get another job? Could you transfer to somewhere else? Do you have other skills that you could use? Is it work? I mean, why are you really doing it? Is it really, does it come down to your choice? And if you are really stuck in this job and you have no other, that's just where you are right now in your life, then what is good about it? I mean, why are you doing it? What are you grateful for? How can you focus on the good or the positive? If it's something that you have good benefits, you have good pay, it is close to your home, and so you don't have to travel. It has a flexible schedule, so it allows you to do other things. Maybe it's something that you have to put in your time in order to get a promotion or do something else. So really focusing on the things that are positive about and that you're grateful for. And you might need to remind yourself that multiple times a day, multiple times in an hour, just to shift your mindset. Because the one thing that you really can change is your mind. That's what you can change. So then the next thing is eating. So with eating and cooking, that's something that the eating and the cooking side of it has been something that I do struggle with. With the eating, I tend to eat the same foods all the time. I do eat healthy, but I do get a little burned out on doing different things. So one of the things that I think is very interesting is that people always are looking for new recipes. I'm always looking for new recipes. I'm always people wanting me to share my recipes with them, but how often do you really make them? I mean, when you get a new recipe, how often do you really use it? You think you're going to, but you don't. So doing some change, but also thinking about, again, why are you doing this? What does this type of eating, or if you're burned out on cooking, what can you change? Could you do more meal prep on the weekend or during the week, so that you're not every night having to think about what to make for dinner and putting it all together? Have some stuff already ready to go and plan it out. So maybe being a little bit more prepared will eliminate a component or the element that is causing you to be burned out. So really evaluating, what is it about this task that I just am getting burned out with? one of the things that really helped me was getting connected with my why, not just for me, because I know I want to eat healthy, but when I had my kids home, I mean, there were plenty of nights that I was just tired and I did not want to get up from the chair and go into the kitchen and make dinner. But I knew that I needed to be a role model for my kids. They knew that I worked. They knew that I was tired, but they saw that it doesn't matter. You don't order pizza because you're tired. You don't get Cafe Rio every Taco Tuesday because you're tired and you don't feel like cooking. That's more of a special treat, and it's an occasion. It's not something that you do because you don't have the energy, because that's not the way. And that it really worked with my children, honestly, to be a role model. So that getting connected with your why might not just be about you, but it might be about other people that are watching you, and you need to continue because they're watching you and learning. And trying a different style of eating might help too. One of the things that I'm super excited about right now is I started a course today with a group that I'm leading that we're going to be using the containers. You're all familiar with these. I've never really committed to them. I mean, I've used them a little bit, kind of dabbled, and I've certainly coached plenty of people with it, but this is a big commitment. This is a course, and I'm so excited because although it's still eating healthy, it's a different style of healthy eating. So I'm kind of tweaking, and I'm really excited because I've got access to a whole bunch of recipes that I will be using because they match and will make this whole style much easier. So just finding a way to kind of tweak what you're already doing and incorporate some new life into it. And that would be with work as well. One of the questions I would ask if you're burned out with work is, when's the last time you learned something new? I mean, learning something new is something that will fire you up and give you, again, some other appreciation or a new look at things. Now, the last thing that I'm going to talk about, because I'm not talking about if you're burned out with a relationship, because that's your gig, not mine. Exercise. So this is an area that I probably get the most, personally, have the most burnout in. And so it's the thing that I try to overcome pretty much on a regular basis. I do love exercising, but it does become, it's just hard sometimes. It's hard to stick with it, and I want to sit around as much as the next person. So I have the two things that I would say if you're burnt out with exercise is, when was the last time you changed? If you're doing the same thing, then you are burned out and there's no way around it. Change it. Do something different. Physiologically speaking, it's not helping you at all. Once you've done something, once your body knows how to do it, you're going to be sweating, but your body is very efficient at it. So you're not burning as many calories, and you're not progressing. You're good at it. You've got it. You're done. So move on. And just by having something that challenges you might will give you something that you're a little more excited about. And maybe you're burned out because your body isn't responding. So you feel like you're doing this, but it's just not working for you. So again, another reason to change what you're doing. The other thing that you might do is, with any of these things, if you have the opportunity, is take a vacation. And this is the first day back after spring break where I live. And so a lot of people are coming home from a vacation and having that break. And so you have this new life and you feel fresh and new. Well, take advantage of that in other areas of your life, including exercise. I just took 4 days off of working out. And that's the longest I've taken since I can remember. And today I worked out hard and it felt so good. I was reminded, I had forgotten how calm I feel when I'm done exercising, because I was getting a taste of that every single day, just that calming feeling. But I needed to appreciate it again. Getting out of your routine with your eating and with your exercise, you're burned out from your routine, but what do you say when you are done with a vacation? I just need to get back to my routine. I need my routine back. So again, it's just reminding you that that routine that you have is something that keeps you on track, and it makes you able to function in other areas of your life. You feel better when you have that routine. So I call it my arsenal. And so when I'm exercising, I have 12 steps down to my basement, which is where I exercise, where I work out. And I can tell you that lots of days, every single one of those steps, I'm saying, I don't want to do this. 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 I don't feel like doing this. I go over to my computer. I log in. I get my workout. I get my equipment set up. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I just start moving. You just start moving. Who cares if you don't want to do it? You're going to do it anyway. So just get over it. Within 5 minutes, you're going to be fine. And then with your arsenal, you can have, I've done this before. This is in line with my goals. I can do one more. I still have energy to do a few more reps. This weight isn't heavy enough, so I need to go up and get excited about the things that you're doing. There was a guy that Rob Wharton, I'm just going to say his name. He used to come to my early morning cycle class, and when Ironman was here in Coeur d'Alene the very first year that he signed up to do it, and that he during the marathon he was on his second loop, and I saw him and I hollered. He was running with some guy, and I hollered at him, and I said, "You picked this race, you finish it." And because he would come to my cycle class and we would run afterwards, so we did a lot of training together. And the guy that he was with said, "Oh, is that your wife?" And he said, "Nope, it's my coach." So sometimes you just need to be reminded of why you did it. And it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. This is what you picked, and you're going to finish it. And if you could, sometimes you just have to tell yourself, if I do it today, then I don't have to do it tomorrow. I've already proven to myself. And then the next day or the next time, you will already have this bar set. And you are not going to dumb down. You're not. You're going to continue to set that bar, and you're going to achieve it, and then set it a little bit higher. Because if I do it today, I've proven that I can do it, and I don't have to do it again. Or if I don't quite make it, I've got to try one more time. So start to play little mind games with yourself. So again, testing yourself, getting out of your routine, and really being connected with your why, and how what you are doing, your action is really specific to your why, and the benefits of it, focusing on what you can be grateful for about it. So I hope this was helpful. You might want to save this one and watch it again in a few weeks, or maybe 3 months, or next fall. I hope you had a great day, and thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. And I will probably see you later this week with some meal prep ideas for traveling. Have a great night.